making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah.
Things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, things we're making Thursday, yeah. So this is the last Things We're Making Thursday for April. We will all be done with Greek goddesses after this, but we are all still goddesses. So, I have finished my wrap, but I ran out of yarn. So I finished at row 41 instead of 49. And Ziva is whining. So, okay. I had the yarn she required. I used the hook she required. I'm getting ahead of myself. What is Things We're Making Thursday, if you don't know? It is a collab amongst creators and non-creators alike, started by 6 creators who wanted to bring peace upon the world. No, okay. So anyway, they wanted to make stuff together, and that is what we are doing. It has become, there are like 15 creators or more in it now, and there's a Facebook group, and there are people who are not creators who are making it, and Ziva is still whining right behind the camera because the doorbell accidentally got rung, and she has not been able to go out and check who it is, and that was 10 minutes ago, and she's still whining with a super sad look on her face. My poor baby. My poor baby. Anyway, so every month since January, they find a free pattern that everyone has access to as long as they have the interwebs. And we all make it together. And on Thursdays, Things We're Making Thursday things. And that jingle was made by Jess and her husband from J-Hook Magic. It gets in your head. It's stuck there until you hear it again on Thursday. And then it's all fresh and you're dancing to it when you're not hearing it for real, but still hearing it in your head. With the voices singing along in a cappella harmony. Anyway. So this month's pattern is free on the blog, but you can buy it on Ravelry or Etsy for $3. It is by Caitlin's Contagious Creations, and I will have all the links down below in the description box. I can remember words, and all the creators will be linked down below as well, and then the Facebook group as well. And so many things as well. And Ziva the Diva will be hashtagged as well. And she's not even responding to her name because she is in such dark, deep teenage depression right now. I would show her to you, but then my tripod would never hold its head up again. But maybe I will take a picture of her in that depression and put it on the end. I don't know. But you can see it. That's my starting edge. The yarn originally called for was a 3-weight DK Lion Brand Woolies cake, which are way discontinued. I apparently had them in my stash until last month when I used them on Erin, Crafting Kitties, Creator Spotlight, and then no more stash. So a lot of people are using Lion Brand Mandala, which is just a wool-free 3-weight DK, you know, really good substitute. I used the color Sprite, and then we got a little more, and it worked up perfectly, except when it yarn barfed on itself, and it took me 2 days to untangle, because it, for some reason, fuzzed, and then stuck, and knotted and stuck. It's old mandala, so it was like, I want to be sticky. So yeah, right in the heart of the cake, it was just like magnetized to itself. But we worked it out, so I'm going to show you from the top now. There we go, the top. Anyway, So this was a fun pattern. It was an 8-row repeat. Rows 2 through 9 were repeated. And you were supposed to do 49 rows. It called for 2 cakes of 590 yards, which I had. And then I looked at my thing and it said I had 1.7 cakes, so that may be why I ran out. Because I was doing like row 42, row 42. And I'm like, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to make it. So I went back to row 41, and that's where we called it quits. So it made a really nice sized wrap, though. Here we go. Whole thing. Very fun stitches because you're not doing the same thing the whole time. See, that is a good size wrap. And it goes. Now here's the thing. You do 210 stitches to begin with. But the stitch count varies as you go. And I think it's supposed to. We all thought we had to fudge to keep it right. But it worked itself out when you came around. It would work itself out right. So, it didn't bother me. But, very fun. Kept my mind occupied. I chose spring colors. It does look springy. And it's soft. We all know mandala. Don't we? Do we all know mandala? We all pretty much. Anyone who can get their hands on mandala knows mandala. It's a soft acrylic. And that's how it came out. Now, my OCD is screaming about this because I added the second cake and there was no yellow. And that's probably because it was only a 0.7 cake and I had taken the yellow out for something else. My brain screamed because I was supposed to add the yellow goes before the light green and there's no yellow here. Right here. I just won't look at that part. It's okay, Mel. It's okay. But anyway, yeah, people think I'm funny. I don't know why. But anyway, that's the fun. And that's our last week. And, oh dear. I will have to add an addendum onto this because I'm doing this a little earlier in the week. I don't know what next month's pattern is yet. Ew, new, new. But I will find out. And I will add that on here and link it below so that you will be prepared for May. Is it May already? Not yet, but I mean, dear Lord. I've turned into a Victorian woman. I once dressed as a Victorian woman. Corset and all. No. Yes, I did, but I've worn a corset a few times. Not meant for this figure. But I was like 12 or 13, and I was already, a little hefty. But, I mean, it was a historical house, and I already loved history, and they were giving tours of it, and I got to dress up to help give the tours. Into the corset I went. I was like, give me the historical dress to be in. Yes, please. And my older sister was like, do I have to? Can't I go hang with my friends? I'm like, shut up and do it so I can do it. I was so happy. But anyway, yes. I will dress, speak, act in period anytime I can. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay, enough of that. And there is the Greek Goddess Wrap by Caitlin's Contagious Creations. Maybe they'll pick that as the thumbnail. Just this. Can you see me? I see you. Oh my gosh, just my eyes poking through. Yeah. Okay. Too much caffeine today. Really. Love you. Talk to you later. And things we're making Thursday. Shine bright, my friends. Hi guys, it's me, Mel from LethaleyasLittleHook. Well, this is going on the end of a video, so you already know who I am. This is just, I found out what pattern we're doing for April. I know this is very, very late from Thursday. I was so far ahead, and now I'm so far behind for my things for making Thursday. My tablet broke. I couldn't upload videos. I couldn't make any more, and then I spiraled into depression, living with bipolar and other mental incapacities. You never know when they're going to hit, but let me introduce you to hold on, let me lower the brightness on this computer, and maybe we won't get so much. Gary the giraffe. Isn't he adorable? Oh, and isn't she? But this is our, I said April, didn't I? May. We are almost halfway through the year. Can you believe it? No, take that back. We still have 2 more months before we're halfway through the year. Bad, Mel, bad. Okay, so starting the 5th month of the year, Gary the giraffe is a free pattern from Premier. This mouth sometimes knows how to talk. Okay, so I will link the pattern down below with everything else that I talked about earlier in the video. And he uses a bulky 5-weight yarn. They are asking for Premier Yarns Retro Velvet. Mel likes to use stash yarn. She doesn't have any velvet yarn in her stash. She has blanket yarn. Blanket yarn's gonna be the winner, we think. Now, I looked, and I had this blanket yarn. Now, that calls for 1 ball of one color and 1 ball of the other color, and they're both 306 yards of a 5-weight. This is a 6-weight, but see, it's not a very big 6-weight. But these balls, I have 2 of each. And they're Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion. And I got them from Sid, Sweet Pea Sid's Inspiration, in a box I won for her 100 subscriber. So I've had them a while, because she's over 500 now. Yay, Sid. And Sid is joining us this month. Yay, Sid! But, okay, so I have 2 of each color. And see, we're making a funky giraffe. So I'm hoping you don't use the whole ball, because these each have 101 yards. So it would be 202 yards. And that calls for 306. But this is... I could go weird and, because you're definitely not using all of the spot color. You're using it for the muzzle and the feet and the top of the, I forget what these are called. The little, they're not antennae, but, so you're not using as much as that. And so maybe I could make some of the body out of that. Make it funky. I don't know. Maybe use a smaller hook too to make it smaller. But I do also have Burnett blanket. So I can go into my stash and maybe but I really wanted to use this up. But it's almost 100 yards shy of what a ball of that is. So that's a lot shy. So I will go into my stash. This may not be what I'm using. And see what I have of the Burnett blanket. Stay tuned. Okay. Love you guys. Shine bright.